Hello, hello, hello. We are live with today's stream, so I'm just going to share that on all the social medias. Then we'll hop into the game. It has been like 2 months since I streamed last. Um, yeah, but hey, we're in a new year, so I mean, and we're a week into the new, over a week into the new year, but I am hopefully back. I'm back to streaming for today. We'll see if it's for regular. I certainly hope it is, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I said something similar last time. So we will see how it goes. But I'm live right now. It's Tuesday, starting with some Animal Crossing. Going to be switching over to Breath of the Wild later. So yeah, working on 100% Animal Crossing now. Beating Breath of the Wild later. It is a Tuesday, so I will be needing to go on break in like half an hour ish, which is a bit annoying going break that early into stream, but it is what it is. I wanted to be starting like 20 minutes ago, but the problem with coming back to stream after not streaming for a while is, what do I have to do to set up again? But hey, it is what it is. So let's just hop into some Animal Crossing and get started with that. Yes. Ready to have some fun? Yes. January 9th, 4/19, 2024. That's all accurate. Yes. Trantor. That's all good. I am Rick. Hear me roar. I didn't need to start with somebody else, did I? I don't think so. We didn't have Buzz Chief or Cyrano yet. Did we? Astrid. We had Pom Pom move in, but we already took care of that. Okay. Although, let's check if we now have... Allie, Aurora... One of these characters is presumably just moved in. Nobody that we haven't had before. Okay, we had Astrid, I'm pretty sure already. We had Pom Pom, because that was the fourth person on this list that got taken off last time. Love we already had. I think Derwin was already living here. I'm not sure about Biff. I think Maple was. Not sure about Allie. Not sure about Aurora. I think it was Allie, Aurora, or Biff that would be new, but I am not sure which. The problem of not having played in like 2 months. But it is what it is. Actually, because it's been... Is Pom Pom... Yes, Pom Pom is listed there. Okay. Let's see what we got in the mail today from the museum. A dinosaur egg. Always useful for making those dinosaur omelets. Torso of a plesiosaur. Good stuff, good stuff. And lastly, but possibly not leastly, well, Amber. I'm actually not sure if, like, Amber and Dino Eggs, if they're the same cost, or if one is more or less. HRA, yeah, and Tom Nook with a stunning billiard table. Cool, 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 cool. And... oh, my roof is black. We need to change that. Okay, let's see. When did we last play? It was in November, so we saw this. Yeah, that. Happy Halt Jingle. New Year's Eve Countdown. New Year's Wishes. Happy New Year. Okay, so we missed a bunch of stuff. Is what it is. Just gotta accept that. We got cockroaches. Yeah, let's see. So I last played November 6th. Before that was so this is definitely our, like... Definitely our longest break in a while, but not far from our only break, so... But that's fine. Is what it is. Sometimes things go the way you plan, and sometimes they do not. I mean, like, part of it is just the work was really busy, you know, November and especially December because of the holidays, because I work at a grocery store, and it always gets busy that time of the year, whereas now my hours are... Now my hours at work are down a bit less than I would like, but it is what it is. Going from too many hours to too few hours. But I mean, right when it switches over, it's kind of nice, because it's just like, okay, get some, you know, have, well, not having have to deal with quite so much, but then we'll see how that goes as far as, as far as pay goes. But, you know, it is what it is. So, now I should hopefully be able to get back into a more regular streaming schedule. I mean, it wasn't just work, like, there were a bunch of things, but hopefully we'll see how see how things go. See how things go with the stream today, and it's always one of the issues is, like, first stream back after a while is, like, extra nerve-wracking, because you're like, oh no, am I going to completely forget how to do anything? Am I going to... Or, like, am I going to forget something that isn't obvious? And then suddenly, like, you know, realize an issue halfway through the stream. Like, you know, it is what it is. I do have my phone off sound. Yeah, because the reason I'm going on break in, you know, at some point after not too long today is just because on Tuesdays my mom always brings me some supper, usually around like somewhere in the range of like 4:50 to 5 o'clock ish, which is because that's when she's on her way to work. She just drops off some food for me and such. So, is what it is. Oh, we need to be keeping our eyes open for fossils as well. I'm just realizing, obviously, weeds is important to get rid of, but... And also that we're in the middle of winter. There'll be snowballs around for... Are we gonna try making snowmen? We were working on Slicer's house having snowman stuff, right? Okay, we still need... Oh, okay, no, we have, like, the full set for the main floor of the Snowman series. But we were also doing the Snowman... wallpaper and carpet upstairs as well. We need the wall yet for that. And actually, did we also... Let's see, Jonathan... No, not Jonathan. Jake... Oh, Jake, we needed the jingle carpet yet, so that we would have wanted to play Christmas Eve there, but whatever, that's fine. And Samantha... Snowman. Oh, so we want 2 snowman walls. Ideally. Okay, well, if we see a snowman, we'll try to build one. Assuming I remember the tricks of how to do so. Or if we see both the snowballs, I mean. If we just see one, I won't bother. Basically, because... Or, like, if I accidentally destroy one or whatever, it's not a big deal. But if I see both of them, I'll at least give it a try. Those collections aren't, like, the biggest thing, especially because, like, I do have at least one of each, but that was just things where I wanted duplicates because I wanted stuff in multiple locations amongst my various characters. But that's not really, like... That's not really, like, part of 100% per se, so much as something to keep me entertained with the game while I'm working on the few remaining 100% things. Also, I apologize about, like, you know, the cough and the... my voice sounds at all funny or whatever. I was a bit, like, sick on the weekend, and I'm mostly fine now, but I always have, like, the... anytime I get sick or whatever, like, the cough and kind of... not exactly even a sore throat anymore. It was sore on the weekend, but now it's just kind of like... I don't know. Just a bit off for a number of days afterwards. Hey, Death Dude, welcome in. Sounds good as it is. Thank you. How's it going? How are you doing? Hey, it's a fossil. Fossil number 1. Tons of fun. Okay. Of course, a lot of this is just, you know, pulling up the weeds today, because not playing for 2 months apparently means a lot of weeds. Just vibing, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so Maple we already had, right? Yeah, so Maple recognizes me, so Maple was already living here. Yeah. Let's talk. Ooh, fruit salads, uh-huh. I mean, you don't really cook a fruit salad, I don't think. Also, fruit salad is something very different than what I would assume from the words fruit and salad. Let's see now. So many weeds, so little time. Well, I mean, not really so little time. We're not really in any kind of rush today. Not even working tomorrow, so it's not even like I have to worry about, you know, going to bed at a reasonable time today. I still should go to bed at a reasonable time, but, like, I don't need to, like, you know... What counts as a reasonable time isn't quite the same as if I was working tomorrow. I will say that. Is Allie around? Not in right now. Okay, so then Allie was presumably already living here, because if villagers knew, they will be, by their house the first time you go to encounter them. So the fact that she's not means she was one of the people that's already living here. So it's then probably Aurora or no, I'm thinking it's Aurora that's new. That just moved in. I think we already had Biff. I think. Fossil number 2. How about you? Also, I have no idea if, like, we had any fossils I couldn't find last time I played or not. Again, not something that's really that important, because it's like we've got all the fossils. I just don't like leaving things buried. Like, as far as, like, you know, fill up the museum and everything, I just don't like having fossils left buried somewhere in my town that I can't find. And because also they're always good for, like, just a bit of extra money in the game. We found, what, 2 today so far? Yeah, 2 out of 5. Okay. Anything back here? There we go. Anything? And let's see what's going on at the old Nookingtons. Firstly, out of curiosity, if I had turnips, I would definitely be selling them today. Yeah. That's a very good price. That means on Sunday, Joan was selling them here for 110 a piece. But sadly, I did not play on Sunday, so I have no turnips to sell. But I have some fossils to sell. And what color paint do you have? Brown. I'll leave my house paint roof for now. I want it red again, though. Okay. Yeah, this acre I don't have to be quite as observant for. Like, obviously I still want to get all the weeds, but like the dump acre can't have like any fossils appearing in it. I was gonna say buried in it. Technically, I guess you could bury a fossil in the dump acre yourself, but like it won't be just from like one of the random new ones per day. Gyrite paper, ivy paper, simple paper, okay. Well, as long as we find at least one more fossil, we'll finish off the gyrite papers, and then the winter paper will be added. Oh, right. Igloos. Igloos are fine to go in. Yeah. See, what I was saying is, like, so part of my thing is getting every villager to live in my town at least once, right? I have 3 left. Yeah, 3 left. But in the summer, where you have villagers camping, that's villagers from outside your town, but they still count as the cycle through of them being able to move into your town. So that counts for the cycle, but without them actually moving in. So then you have to wait longer to actually get them to move in. But igloos is just villagers that already live in your town. See, here's Biff. Okay, and so Biff we do know as well. So yeah, I was right. Biff was already living here in town. Okay. Then it's probably Aurora. That's new to town. To make sense, Aurora's a penguin, and I think penguins are one of my favorite animals, so I'd be more likely to remember if she had already been living here. Still not for sure, because, you know, my memory is terrible, but... But, you know, it is what it is. Hey, yep. Yeah, so Aurora did just move in, but we have had her previously. Obviously a different version of her because she doesn't remember, but... Yeah, because it's Buzz, Chief, and Cyrano that we're still waiting on. Interesting that Chief is one of them, considering he used to be my arch nemesis. Okay. And we still need to keep our eyes open for Ellie, because she wasn't at home. So... Still need to talk to her. We need to talk to other villagers as well, but the other villagers we haven't been by their house yet, so... It's less surprising that we haven't. And, yeah, this is Biff's house, and Biff was the one we saw in the igloo. I like to talk to every one of my villagers when I play, if possible. In my main town. If I go to secondary towns, that's or whatever, but my main town, at least, I like to talk to all of my villagers. Fossil number 3, just for me. That one also blends in. If I was missing one last time, I could see that being the one that I missed. Now, I don't remember for sure, although I do... The more I think about it, the more I think I was missing one last time I played. But of course, that could just be because I'm thinking about it and, you know... Memories are very susceptible to, like... to changing based on things you think about or think or whatever. Do you have anything lost and found there, buddy? Anything lost? Nothing lost, okay. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Also haven't seen the... We got the money rock already, but we haven't seen the glowing spot as of yet. So that's also something we have to keep our eyes open for. As we travel around. Almost out on this side of the river. Just 2 more partial acres we need to check. Hey, Derwin, what's the good word? Have I lost some weight? I have no idea. I don't weigh myself. He's sad. Okay. Now we cross... Ooh, and here's one of the snowballs. Okay. So yeah, if we find the other one, then we're going to try to create a snowman. So just remember that this one is by the lighthouse. Also, fossil number 4, and just one more. Ivy paper. Hopefully it's not poison ivy. That would be might get itchy if it were. Okay. Hey, it's Gulliver. On his travels. Oh, we got him up in the first try. Sailed the 7 seas and visited tourist traps in many countries. Is that a fact? Is that a fact indeed? Let's see what he gave to us. Mouth of Truth. Well, then it must be true. Right? That's how it works. If somebody gives you something with truth in the name, that means whatever they said while giving it to you must be true. I think that logic is logic. Might even be good logic. Probably not, but it might be. We can't discount the possibility. Ooh, fossil number 5. We're alive. That also could have been a fossil that I could have missed. But hey, I didn't miss any fossils today. I am on my A game, apparently. I should take 2-month breaks more often. No, I should not. I did not want to take a 2-month break from streaming. It just kind of kept happening where I'm like, I'll get back to streaming tomorrow. I'll get back to streaming tomorrow. And tomorrow's just add up into 2 months, apparently. And again, we'll see if consistency starts happening again. Good lord, that would be a weird one. Which would be a weird one? Which thing that I just said where you were responding to? The tomorrow's adding up to a month, or like the Mouth of Truth? Hey, Ellie. Yeah, it has been about 2 months. You go on a trip or something? I wish. Let's talk. Actually, no. I'm not a... Well, I mean, I don't mind trips. Depending on if it's going somewhere I'm interested in, but I'm not somebody that's interested in traveling for the sake of traveling. Not seeing you a month. Oh, yeah. How are things? Well, I mean, like I said, it's been 2 months since I last streamed, so... Yeah. Acre D2, yeah, because that's one of the acres I have not done yet. Doing vacation or doing work? Big part of the not streaming was just work and just being tired. Big part of it was being tired, largely because... Not just because of work, but work was definitely a major contributing factor. Because I work at a grocery store, and the holidays are busy at grocery stores. For obvious reasons. Yeah. So, ooh, here's our glowing spot. But, you know, now that we're past the holidays, work has calmed down, less hours, and all that. Okay, so I just need to see these 3 characters that I have not seen yet, otherwise it's just getting rid of all the weeds. Yeah. Or at least all the weeds I can see. It's definitely likely I've probably missed at least 1 or 2 weeds behind, like... Oh, that's the next acre. Behind, like, a tree or something. But as long as we get most of them, that's the important thing. And I'm sure, like, tomorrow or whatever, I'll find some that I missed, as well as whatever new ones pop up. Side note, gonna be here just lurking? No worries. Enjoy the lurk. Lurking is always appreciated. Whose house is this? Astrid. I do not see... Oh, there's Astrid right there. Hey, Astrid. I finally resurfaced. Nope. What's up? Second cousin. Travel Bader, yeah, yes, I've met him. I got all his wallpapers. All of them. Every last one. Pom Pom, how's it going? Horrible accident, no. Yes. What's it new? It's gonna be like, welcome to Trandor, right? Oh, who called it? Who called it? It's like I'm psychic or something. Or it's just, you know, a letter that I myself sent, just, you know, via one of my secondary characters. But I think the psychic theory is, better. Right? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. And Lobo. Oh. Final villager. Yep, still alive. What's going on? Yes, I do. Uh-huh. Stone tile or parlor wall? Wallpaper? I don't really care. Varies. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think that's the last of at least what I noticed of the weeds. Excuse me. I did not find the second snowball, though. Just found the one. So I guess we're not going to try making a snowman. Not today, anyway. I'd like to mail some letters, please. 5 of them, in fact. And there we go. And we'll go sell the random junk. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail will deliver what you mail. Thank you kindly. Okay. Yeah, 2 pieces of random junk to sell. Oh, and There is my mom texting me that she is on her way. So we are going to go on break right now. Just quickly respond. See, I do again apologize for the fact that I'm going on break and we're only like just over half an hour into the stream, but it is Tuesday, so that is the way it goes. But we'll have the nice Animal Crossing music playing while I'm on break, and I'll be back in hopefully 15-20 minutes, depending on how long, well, exactly how long it takes my mom to get here, and then how long it takes me to eat the food. But yeah, let me just, we're on break. Turn off my webcam and my mic. I'm back. Yep. Yes, I have returned. Just finished eating. Well, technically I went to the washroom after finishing eating, but yeah. Figured, well, I'm on break, I might as well use the... Oh, that's right. Game controller cord is getting caught on something. Figured I might as well quickly use the washroom before returning, but now I am back. Okay, where were we? Selling random junk. So this and this. Probably not going to get me much. Yeah, 365. Number of days in a year. But not every year. Not this year, actually. This year is a leap year, right? It's 366 days. A little bit too late for you. Need to go to bed. Understandable. No. We need to now drop off things at home, and then we go and bring money to one of my other towns, right? DSA. Yes, we need to... empty inventory so we can bring massive chunk change. Oh, you're referring to my food. Oh, that's what you mean by late. Yes. You're referring to my food as a bit late. Okay, no, I got you now. Okay, so we are bringing this to DSA. I did make sure that was the correct memory card before I started stream. So, we should be good. Order. Taking a trip, yes. Next train arriving any... Let's move a bit forward. There we go. Okay. Okay, I just saw a thing that, yeah, makes me feel old. Ocarina of Time 3D, so like the 3DS version of it, is now as old as the original Ocarina of Time was when the 3D version got released. 3DS version got released. Welp. Okay. We are indeed going to DSA. Cheers, then? Cheers to what? Okay, here we go. Clear out some space over here to drop this pile of money. I think, yeah, this is the next acre. No, what's the pattern I always do for this? Cheers for the same times OOT, yeah. This. Wow, I am not good at pressing buttons, apparently. There we go. Okay, so that's group 1, so we need to bring 5 more. 5 total, so 4 more similarly sized piles of money over here. And that is, yeah, part of the plan. Sorry, just quickly checking a few things well. On the train. Rover. Yes, it's me again, and you'll see me another handful of times. We're doing 4 more trips, so you'll see me 4 to 8 more times. He always sees me on the return trip, but sometimes Blanca is instead on the trip going somewhere else. It's unlikely that Blanca would replace them all 4 times, but it's not impossible, as far as I know. I guess I don't actually know exactly how it works, like if it tracks. Oh yeah, and no! We lost Lobo. That's sad. Lobo moved to DSA. But Lobo was my favorite current village. Was my favorite of my current villagers. And probably my second favorite villager overall after Alfonso. Well, it is what it is. It's always the risk of traveling in this game. Make a deposit. Well, technically it's a withdrawal that we're making, but the option we select is make a deposit. Really, it should be something like, instead of make a deposit, this should be something like access my account or something, since, yeah, it's for both deposits and withdrawals. But, I'm not the one who made this game. If I was the one who made this game, I'd probably have done some things slightly differently. But i.e. to make this the 100% slightly less ridiculous. Although, I'm not entirely sure in what ways. Like, some of the ways, yes, but, like... Because obviously, like, one of the things I still have left that I want to be doing is 100%ing all the NES games in here, which is, of course, a very ridiculous thing. But, I don't know if people would be too happy if I removed the NES games from here. That's definitely one of the complaints people have about the later games, is the lack of the NES games. And here we got Blanca, what I was just talking about. Okay. You're excused. We have met before, yes. You got no face. Apparently it did come off again. It's a bit awkward, I know, but yes, I can draw you a globe for a face. There we go. You're welcome. Just an average traveler, I understand. The reason for the name of the town, DSA, is the Department of Superhuman Affairs, which is an organization from my series that I write. Well, a couple series that I've written. But, so my question is, if they took Lobo, or if Lobo moved here, is that because he's, well, not exactly superhuman, super wolf? I mean, that's a logical conclusion, that everyone who lives here has superpowers, right? So, Goldie, Jay, Chow and Sally, Lobo, Dottie, Tad, Murphy, Hornsby, Suey, and Gwen. Okay. Okay, pile 2 of money has been delivered. 3 piles to go. Yep. I forgot any notifications on my going live notification on Twitter. I did. Got 3 likes on it. 4 likes. I'm just wondering, because, like, I know previously when I was doing it, I started, like, a couple months ago or whatever, I was frequently getting, like, likes and retweets from what were clearly bot accounts. I can tell that at least one of these accounts is not a bot, but... one of them looks like it might be. Only one of them people is actually following me. So I'm always weird wondering how like people who don't follow me, you know, how they encounter my tweets to react to them. I mean, I know obviously there's multiple ways, obviously, but yeah, especially these days, 'cause I don't really use Twitter much anymore. You know, I'm still, I guess, using my for my going live notifications. I'll occasionally like check it like on my break at work or whatever, but Twitter is not what it once was. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, who moved out this? Oh, it was who? Allie lived here. I don't know. Allie's another one I liked. Wasn't my favorite of the remaining ones, but probably the upper. I think I like all of my villagers pretty much at this point. Definitely have some that I like more than others, but I don't think I dislike any of the ones I currently have. And likely we're gonna have 3 more move out before we're done. Or wait, depending on how many I have total. Because we can't go under the minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no, so we can only have 1 more move out. Because minimum villager count in this game is 5. Which I know might be surprising to some people who only play the later games. Because I know, like, I don't know the minimum for each of them, but I know in at least some of the later games, the minimum villager count is like 2, I think, right? Okay. Max villager count is also because like in this one it's 15, and again I'm not sure about all the rest. I'm pretty sure New Horizons it's a max of 10. Yeah, going from villager count of 5 to 15 in this game to 2 to 10 in New Horizons definitely comes across as a bit of a downgrade. Now, of course, there are a lot more possible villagers, although in some cases, the fact that there's more possible villagers with less spots is in some ways also its own problem, because it's like, oh, you're more likely to... That makes it even more likely that you're going to run into, having to choose between... Although that one also, you can actually choose, like, whether or not villagers will move out. You don't have somebody just moving out at random in this game. So you can actually, like, go and get your, like, perfect 10 villagers or whatever. But that can, of course, take a lot of work. Or money. So I think with the... There's cards, right, that you can use to just get any of them. The amiibo cards. I think. No, you have to actually buy the amiibo cards. Which I'm sure I'll do myself at some point, just for collector's purposes and nothing else, but... I plan on getting all the e-reader cards for this game. Slowly but surely. Okay. pile number 3 of money. Just trying to get back into the swing of things as far as how I do the quickish menuing to get this money out as quick as I can anyway. Well, maybe not as quick as I could. As quick as I can while having it, like, be at least somewhat, organized to my liking. Because obviously, like, if I just let go all willy-nilly, but I want to make sure that, like, the different piles of money have clear space between separating them. So, 4th pile of money will go over in this corner, and the 5th and final pile here in the center. Yep, I'm leaving. Okay. Sorry, I just had a... what should be an obvious realization. So, this chair that I bought, like, was it this past summer, and it's definitely an upgrade from my old chair, but not long after getting it, I already realized some things where I'm like, okay, I do need to eventually get an even better chair, because it's, like, realized from, you know, this one, what things I would like differently next time I get a chair and such. But, like, one thing, that issue that this chair does have, and this is, of course, just a problem in general when you're buying something online where you don't test it out, but the seat could definitely use a bit more cushioning, and just now, I don't know why I didn't think about this at all until now, months after I bought this chair, but in the meantime, I could just get a cushion for it. Like, such an obvious thing. I don't know why I did not think about that until now. That would be a good... that I could just get, like, some cheap cushion or whatever, just... because who knows when it'll... because it'll be a while until I buy a new chair again. Probably not, like, even... I'd be surprised if I got another new chair this year yet. Well, a new chair, because I guess this one was last year, but... okay, and we did have somebody else move out. Oh, and it was Derwin. Okay. Well, we kept Aurora, we kept Maple, we kept Biff, we kept Pom Pom and Astrid. And we can't go any lower than that, so nobody else can move out today. Unless... I guess I could get somebody else to move out by, like, if I went played as one of my characters in one of my other towns, travel to this town, so that somebody else moved in, then I could get somebody else to move out, but... that's something I would have to specifically do to cause that to happen. Nobody else can move out of this town today without me specifically doing something I don't otherwise plan on doing in order to, you know, make it happen. Today is Tuesday, we're doing DSA, so if I do stream for the rest of the week, in London we'll do tomorrow, Wednesday, Toronto on Thursday, Mars on Friday. Narina! Welcome in with the raid. Welcome in, Arena. How's it going? How are you doing? How's your stream? Hi, Ice Spark. Hugs and love from Big Feelsy family. Thank you. Goes well. How's it going, Arena? Let me give you a shout out. As soon as I remember how to spell shout out. What were you up to? Just chatting. Nice. Was it fully a just chatting stream, or were you doing some gaming or something else earlier? Yeah. And everyone, welcome in. If you don't know me, I'm Eric, variety streamer, focus on Nintendo. Played Stardew? Nice, nice. Yeah. And yeah, one of the things I'm working on here is 100%ing Animal Crossing for the GameCube. And to a ridiculous extent. Just absolutely ridiculous. Here, I'll bring up my standard percentage information. So, a few things. I'm doing it without time travel. Not using any codes other than things that specifically require codes. And I'm going for 100%ing all those things below me. Now, everything from furniture to music is stuff in the catalog. Fish and insects are just catching them all. Villagers, having every villager live in my main town at one point or another. Islanders was getting all the islanders and getting them all their requested stuff. And then there's the big one, the NES games. So, Animal Crossing for the GameCube, for those who are unaware, contains 19 NES games, fully playable. And part of my 100%ing of Animal Crossing, for me, is also 100%ing all 19 of those NES games. And for many of them also, there's all sorts of ridiculous things that my brain comes up with for, this is what I should count as 100%. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Can confirm it at least as much as you can, yep. And now what I'm doing here, in case anybody's curious, what I'm doing here with this money, so this is one of my secondary towns, or my alternate towns or whatever, because I have a total of 18 towns. That was because you get one islander per town, and so in order to get all the islanders, I need 18 towns. Love playing the NES games in this game, yeah, single meta. But anyway, so one of the things, if you'll notice, under furniture, I'm only missing 2 things. Now one is a train station model, which is its own brand of RNG ridiculousness. But the other thing is the post office model. So in this game, you pay off your debt at the post office. Once you're done paying it off, you get a savings account there. I think that's a similar setup in the later Animal Crossing games, just not necessarily always at a post office. I don't know, I haven't played the later ones. But you can save up to a max of 999,999,999 bells. If you do that, you get the post office model. So, in this game, that is a ridiculous amount of money. I know, I think it's the same max in the later games as well, but it becomes less ridiculous to get it through various quality of life improvements. But anyway, so my plan for getting my money up, because I have 18 towns, is that on Sundays, I will travel to each of those 18 towns, mark down what the turnip price is in each of them. Then go to whichever one has the cheapest turnip price, and just buy as many turnips as I can with the money I would have, like, on the ground in each of those towns. Or if it's in my main town, then just I'll take money out of my savings account. But that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm putting money on the... dropping money off in all my other towns so that I have it there for buying turnips. Then during the week, I could just go check daily each of my towns for what turnip prices are until I get a price spike, and then go and sell them. Yeah. How many barred knife jaws and red snappers is that? Making that money via fish, I can't even imagine how long that would take. That would be ridiculous. But yeah. The fact that Nintendo actually gave a reward, like put it in a reward you get for saving up, because yeah, because I'm at like 212,240,000, well, plus the money I already have like on the ground in most of my towns. But yeah. Yeah, 3 left with villagers, and 18 left for the NES games. So yeah, so... So the towns that say clear are the ones that I still need to drop money off in. Well, DSA is the one I'm doing right now, so this will be the pile of money. So basically, the amount of money that I have here in my inventory, including the stuff here, whatever, I'm basically dropping 5 piles of that off in each of my towns. Not all at once. I'm doing, you know, one town at a time. So I'm going to do that. So I'm finishing off this town today, and then I'll do, like, London next time, Toronto the time after, and so on. And then Ice Mars, and then I'll be done. I like how I said and so on, and then I realized, wait, I just had one more thing left to say in the list. But yeah, that way I already have money in each town, so when on Sundays when I go to buy turnips, I don't have to be going back and forth to bring the money over. And that way it saves me a bit of time. Makes it go a bit quicker. Yeah, I know New Horizons, just because of the fact that you have a larger inventory, and I think turnips can also be in larger groups, that it makes it go a lot faster to max out your money in that game. For reference, I've looked a lot into, like, you know, people that, you know, play this online, streaming, YouTube, whatever, and, like, what people have done and accomplished. I only know of one person that has actually maxed out their money using, like, turnip market or any legit method. I definitely know there's people that have maxed out their money using, like, glitches or, like, cheats or stuff like that, but using actual legit methods, i.e. the turnip market. Doing it without the turnip market, I don't even know how long that would take. But yeah, I know of one person that's done that. Good luck. Yeah. I'll get everything eventually. It's just a matter of when. But it's a long-term thing. Yes, anytime I get Blanca, I just draw a random globe on her face. I don't remember why I started doing that. I know I used to, like, ask people in chat for if anybody had any drawing requests, but I can't remember if I might have started the globe before I even did that, and then I just sometimes do that as well, or I don't remember. Or maybe somebody at some point requested that, I'm just like, yeah, that's just a good idea to do regularly. I don't remember. My memory is not always the best. Okay. So what's everyone else up to today? Was it Tuesday? Anyone up to anything fun and exciting? I know it's kind of, you know, almost the middle of the week, so exciting maybe. Pushing it, but depends. All depends. Okay, so there we go. Got myself 5 piles of money, so this one is done. Also, the reason that they say clear, I'm getting rid of that. So initially, what I was doing was I was going to each of these towns and like clearing out any trees or anything in this area in the front of the train station, and then I was marking down clear as I did it. Afterwards, I'm like, I'll just use getting rid of the clear as kind of my note that I've dropped the money off. Still work for another 45 minutes. Oh yeah, makes sense. Excuse me. Yeah, my work hours are down a bit now that we're past the holidays. Which is part of why I'm finally getting back to streaming after not having streamed in like 2 months, which is kind of awkward, but I'm back now, so hopefully I'm back. I mean, I'm back today if nothing else. We'll see, because obviously, it wasn't just work. It was just me being tired in general. Work being a large part of that, but not the only part of that. Well, we'll see. New year, though, so new year, new me. We'll see. I definitely want to be making progress with the games I'm playing and such, because I did not beat a lot of games last. Well, no, I did beat a bunch of Kirby games early in the year. I think that was early last year where, oh, yeah, I kind of powered through just like a bunch of the Kirby games. And I beat Pikmin 3 last year. So I beat a few games last year, but I think it was mostly in the first half of the year. There's so many games I want to play, and it's just like, okay. I don't really play much games off stream. Pretty much the only games I play off stream are things that either I can't stream or I guess just like little games like I play Wordle daily, but I don't like, that's just, you know, I'm not gonna stream like, you know, that's like a couple minutes that I play it. I guess if I was, I mean, I guess I could just wait till I was streaming and then just start the stream with that, but I generally do that not long after I either get up and get on the computer if it's a day that I'm not working, or get home from work and get on the computer if it's a day that I was working. But yeah. Okay, now we're going to put my money back to 30,000. I like that as kind of my, just kind of standard carry around money. Sorry for the coughing. Let's go grab my stuff. Goldenrod goes here. Ivy paper up here, symbol paper there, winter paper down there, golden net there, and axe there. There we go. Yeah, so I was saying earlier that one of my restrictions I put on myself is not using codes other than the things that specifically require codes. So most of the stuff here on this floor is stuff that did require codes. The exceptions being the Arrowing, Nintendo 64 and GameCube logos, this like journal on here, like this music player, Master Sword, and the compass, and possibly the Mario and Luigi statues. Those I can't remember, but like most of the Mario stuff here, the wallpaper, the carpet, the brick block, the coin, the superstar, the pipe, the flagpole, shell, mushroom, fire flower, question mark block. They all are required. And also this Nintendo bench. Those are all only gettable via codes. And a bullet bill launcher. Yeah, also some of these NES games up here. So this is my NES collection in here. Only missing 3. A year ago, I was not sure how I was going to get 2 of them. But that has luckily been dealt with. But I still don't know when I'll be getting them. But anyway, speaking of the NES games, I was also saying, part of my requirement for 100%ing this is to 100% all the NES games. So let's go do a round of Balloon Fight, which is the main one I've been working on. Although, like I said, it's been a couple months since I played last, so I'm probably not going to do too well. Just because just coming back after, you know, after like 2 months or whatever. But we'll see. Never know. Maybe all of a sudden that break will be exactly what I need to like just get myself out of bad habits or something. I don't know. Okay. Now also to answer a question that hasn't been asked, but might be, some people are wondering, what am I counting as 100%ing this? First of all, there's 3 modes. 1 player, which is what I'm playing right here. 2 player, which is basically the same thing, just 2 players. And then Balloon Trip, which is another single player mode, but very different. So I mainly focus right on the 1 player main game here. So now you notice right down at the top it says Phase 4. So that's like basically like the level, stage, whatever you want to call it. In this game, calls it the phases. It's one of those endless games where it just keeps going on and on. Basically, there are 12 unique phases, and then after that, it just keeps repeating phase 4 through 12. So the first 3 phases are only in the first run through, but then it keeps running through them. Like the phase number keeps going up, and like the game keeps getting more difficult and such. My goal is to go until the phase number returns to 1, because it eventually rolls over, which is basically at the equivalent. Well, I guess 250. I think 255 would be the highest. Then it goes to like 0, which would be like 256, and then it goes back to 1. So that'd be like 257, essentially. Although after 99, it starts actually displaying weird, because it still only displays as 2 digits, so it displays as like 100 displays as like A0 and A1, and that, you know, for 101, like, then like 110 is B0, and so on. So it's like letters. So it goes up to, I think, is it P? I want to say it's P5. And also, along with that, I want to do that without having died even once, because basically I want to do it with the max amount of lives, which is starting lives, because there's no way to get extra lives. So the furthest I've got is up to phase 92. The furthest I got without dying is 90. So which were pretty close. That was, I think, the same run for both of those. I just, you know, my first death and my game over were just very close, but that will be over a third of the way to my goal. And it's like far enough that I'm like, okay, this is possible. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's something that I know I can accomplish eventually. And one of the big things is, so this is a bonus stage, bonus round. Happens after every third phase. And here's the thing. So you notice I have 2 balloons. If I get hit by an enemy, I lose a balloon. And then it's after I lose my second balloon, get hit again and lose my second balloon, that I die. If I get to a bonus, one of these bonus rounds, with only 1 balloon, I get my second balloon back. And that bit of, so even though I can't get extra lives, I can recover from, you know, a single hit. And I can do that, you know, I mean, you know, for every bonus round. So like every 3 phases, I basically can take a single hit. And that's one of the things that makes this actually like feel doable, is that it just gives me that extra little, it gives me that little bit of leeway where I can make a mistake just as long as it's not too big of a mistake. I can mess up just as long as it's not too big of a mess up. And yeah. Now, there are a few caveats. So, okay, you've seen a few times with lightning coming out of the clouds. Lightning, that's instant death. Lightning you have to avoid. Doesn't matter if you have both your balloons, lightning hits you, you're dead. If you go into the water at the bottom, you can just drown. That's, again, instant death. You're unlikely to, though. Ooh, lost a balloon. Okay, and there was a death. Yeah, like I said, this is not... Well, actually, I'm going to demonstrate since I'm died once anyway, and this is going to be the end. You're unlikely to drown, because if you get close to the water, what happens is... fish comes out and eats you. So, that's more likely what's going to happen. We're just going to start another round, actually, because we didn't get very far in that one. So yeah, you're more likely to get eaten by a fish than to drown, but it's either way, it still isn't death. Just, you know. They can get eaten by the fish as well. So that's kind of one of the key ways that you are more likely to drown, is if the fish is in the middle of eating one of them, then that's where you have a chance of drowning. So, like, I think, now, not counting when I played when I was younger, because I just don't remember that too well, but playing this recently, I think I've, like, drowned without being eaten by a fish maybe once. And what happened there was, it was literally like, I had one enemy left, he was, you know, going down towards the water, and I was like, oh yeah, I've got this done. And I guess I accidentally had my thumb pressed down on the control stick or something, because all of a sudden I just walked into the water for no reason. And I'm like, wait, what? What did I just do? Or something like that. I can't remember. Or maybe I was... Maybe I have been avoiding something that I'm like, oh, it's done. I just didn't bother taking my thumb off. I don't remember. I think that's probably like... So, yeah, I haven't really drowned very often in this game. I also haven't gotten eaten by the fish very often, unlike, other than, like, just, you know, now when I was, just a bit ago where I was demonstrating just for the purpose of showing it. Most of my deaths are either from these guys or from the lightning. And so there is where I actually really lucked out. I should not have been in that situation, because lightning, it comes out, you know, the clouds going one of the, you know, one of the angle directions. If that lightning had come out, it went upwards, right? If it had gone downwards, right, yes, right, it would have taken me out, and I would not have been able to do much about that. That's why it's best not to stay too close to clouds, generally. There are a lot of things, like tricks, and like, there can only be two lightnings in the stage at once, so like if there are two lightnings, then cloud is no more dangerous than anywhere else until one of the lightnings goes away. There is a bit of time between lightning spawns, although as you get further in, you know, that's one of the ways it gets more difficult, is that time lowers. But like, so if lightning is in the middle spawning from one cloud, the other cloud is safe, because you do see like the cloud flashing there when it's about to spawn lightning. So like, and also because like the lightning does come out at an angle, being like above or below a cloud is relatively safe. I don't say so much being to the side of the cloud, because it's a lot harder to maintain your vertical placement, like holding yourself, you know, steady vertical, holding yourself, because, you know, staying stationary like horizontally just means, you know, not moving. Also, to be careful in some phases, especially like this one, with the way the lightning bounces. I've definitely been thrown off at times, where I thought it was gonna, like, some of these platforms where like it's like, oh, it's gonna bounce off the corner. No, it went through. I was like, oh, it's gonna go through that corner. No, it bounced off. Yeah. So this game, like I said, it also has a two-player mode. So my goal for that, for 100%ing that, is going to be basically the same as, you know, single-player mode, just doing it with 2 players. So also that means both players not dying. And also, I guess one other thing. Part of my thing was also like, in that also like maxing out my, or getting my score to have roll over at least once during the run, but single player, that's not an issue. It's going to roll over multiple times. The time it takes my phase to roll over, once. In 2-player, it could, in theory, if like one person's doing all the work and getting all the points. So that's gonna be the thing, is both players having their score roll over at least once. It's gonna be part of the goal. And then there's balloon trip mode, which is just like, it's an actual like scrolling stage, and just like one long scrolling stage. So that, and there's no phase numbers, it's just about points, and also you don't have extra lives. It's basically, if you get hit, you die. So that one, my goal is just going to be to max out the score. So that one will actually be a lot easier when I like go spend time on it. Because like, that's something that I know multiple people have done. This, which I'm trying to do here with the single player mode, I've seen a video of one person doing it. That's it. Just one. And that's in, like, searching for videos and such. I don't know. Actually, I didn't even find that from search. Didn't even find anything from searching, because I've been, like, looking into this for years and such. But then, maybe a month or two ago, I saw a video of somebody that had done it sometime last year. Now, granted, they weren't going for for that goal. They were just going like for the goal of just trying to get a high score. Even though the score rolls over, like, you know, you can just track every time, keep track of how many rolls over, and that's just like however many million points you have, right? With, you know, with whatever your files plus whatever your files score is. So if it rolls over 2, then it's 2 million plus whatever it's currently displaying as and such. Yeah, so that person was just going for whatever world record or whatever. Which also means that, yes, I need to be like, in order to reach my goal, I need to be like, not exactly getting world record, because I'm also not optimizing for points. But I need to be close to that level of gameplay. And there's going to be similar challenges for me for a lot of the NES games here at Animal Crossing. Just because that is who I am as a person, and I'm like, ooh, numbers can be maxed out, let's do that. Or, well, I guess they roll. They don't actually max out, they roll out. The top score, max out. So the top score showing, like, because that's the highest it can display as, because, like, it only goes in, like, it can't go in less than an interval of 50 or whatever, so you can't get, like, basically the ones digit never changes, it's always 0. The tens digit is always either 0 or 5, so that's the highest, the top score. 999,950 is the highest it can display as. However, here's the thing. Sorry, just needed to concentrate there. Try to get as many of those guys on their up flight. What was I saying? Yeah, so whatever. When the score rolls over, what is saved, or what it will save as the score is whatever it was before the thing that rolled it over. So, like, if you're at, say, 999,900, and you get 100 points, that causes it to roll over, but so your score will then display at, your top score will be like 999,900. So in order to have it be 999,950, you have to actually, like, make sure you get the right things to add up to that before it rolls over. Which basically means, that's actually basically why below me you see the information on, like, enemy, pink, green, yellow, balloon, 500, 750, 1000, parachute, 1000, basically the point values of everything, was so that as I got close, I could then go and do the math to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to make this work? Even then, it took multiple attempts to get one where, you know, I didn't mess up or whatever. Or just, you know, end up, by the time I checked, being already in a situation where it just wasn't mathematically possible with what I had available to me. Yeah. So I guess I was saying that the lowest possible point value is 50. Technically, no. Well, technically it's 300, but you need to just use those 750s along other numbers to, you know, manipulate the numbers. So it's definitely not exactly the easiest thing to do. Especially because of the fact that by the time you get up to the point where you're close to rolling over, everything's going pretty fast. So, yeah, it's definitely easy. So yeah, so here we have 2 lightnings, but now one lightning disappeared, one of the water, so another lightning can come out. So yeah, so at this point, you're doing a lot of paying attention to the lightning and just going for, you know, the enemies when it's actually, you know, you have a safe opening. But you also don't want to be drawing out too much. Like, this is drawing out far more than I usually would. Because as the level goes longer and longer, it goes faster and faster. And thus it becomes more and more difficult. yeah. And I don't like... I try to avoid those flippers because those things can really mess up with what you're expecting to do and go, where you're expecting to go and all that jazz. Yeah, there I lost a balloon because the flipper messed up. Damn it. Okay, we're just going to keep going and see how far I get. I don't even know what phase number I'm on. I haven't really been paying attention because I've been talking and explaining things about the run. But the goal... Phase 21. Oof, I already died and we're not even on up to 30 yet. Yeah, I would definitely... The issue of taking coming back after a break is... It can take a bit to get back into the swing of things. I mean, different, like, each phase, of course, has its own layout or whatever. Some of the layouts are definitely easier or more difficult. Some have different challenges to them. Like, the one I died on, honestly, is not one I normally consider challenging. Which, the fact that I died on is kind of like, eesh. Especially, like, this early. Like, later on is whatever, because, like, yes, stuff keeps getting more and more difficult, but... You know. And this is also just referring to me personally. Like, if you've ever played Balloon Fight, and you're, like, looking at, like, how I'm playing, and see me be like, and you're, like, but... You know, you're thinking about how you don't play even at this level, and it's like, well, that's fine. Like, I'm disappointed because of, like, the amount of time I've put into this game. I know you know, I know what I expect to do with the, you know, the amount of practice or whatever, and because I've put a lot of time into this, and yeah. So, yeah, so I'm purely talking about, like, you know, this level of play is not good for me, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not good for other people. Okay. Because I know that can sometimes be disheartening. I know, like, I know sometimes when I'm, like, watching somebody play a game that, like, they're way better than me, and including sometimes I've seen people playing Balloon Fight that are way better than me, and it's just like, oh, and then they're like, yeah, talking about that. I know it's definitely a tricky thing, because, like, everybody's at, different people are at different levels, and what's good for one person isn't necessarily good for another person. Okay. And of course, also, just in general, a lot of people can be harder on themselves than on others. But I try to have an accurate assessment of my level. Because I don't think... I mean, that's actually the thing. I don't think I'm bad at this game. I think, I know I'm pretty decent at it, so it's not that I think I'm bad, it's that I think I'm not doing as well as I could be. But at the same time, I'm recognizing that a large part of that is because of the fact that I haven't played in, like, 2 months. So I'm just, you know, rusty. I mean, the previous phase was just, like, it was the one I just did. It's probably the one I consider, like, the most difficult, and I've now... I think I've aced it all 3 times I've encountered it on this run. So... I was really close to both those lightnings there. The one, if I had, like, you know, crossed the screen border. But that was actually really not great positioning. Okay, what phase are we up to? Oh wait, do this. 7, 16, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so next is 28. Okay. Because I was just thinking, the one that I said is that I've aced 3 times, all 3 times, or whatever, that I normally consider the most difficult. That's the one that I know is initially phase 7, and then again 16, and then 25, because like you just keep adding 9 to see where it is, and then like, okay, then I did 2 more after that, so I'm like, okay, so I'm at 28. 28, I was right. Yeah, what I don't like about this one is it has like that, it's basically like barrier of flippers that I don't like to pass through. Obviously here I could pass through, like, but then they're coming at me from the side and I'm like, oh no, what if they get through the flipper? Although lightning just completely ignores the flippers, so lightning actually like goes just forever on that phase. It's 30. So I don't know if anybody here has heard of Retro Achievements. It's a website you can use to connect, like, when you're playing older games on an emulator or whatever, that basically gives them achievements similar to, like, you know, Xbox or Steam games or whatever, or PlayStation with, I think it's called trophies on the PlayStation, but same basic concept or whatever. I was looking at it the other day. I'm not going to be having no plans to use it at this time because I don't really... I was going to say I don't really do emulators. Technically, this is an emulator in Animal Crossing, but it's like an officially licensed Nintendo emulator, right? But I don't generally, outside of official things like this or the Virtual Console, I don't really use emulators, so I have no plan. But I did look at the Balloon Fight one, and not counting the Balloon Trip, because some of them were for the main mode, some were for Balloon Trip. But for the main mode stuff, if in a single good run, I could do every achievement in one go. In what I consider an average run, I'd be missing maybe 1 or 2. And what I consider a bad run, I'd still probably be getting the majority of them in a single go. And the website also, like, tracks various, like, things like highest score, like, furthest phase without dying, and like various things like that or whatever. And again, for that it even tracks separately for single player, two player, and Balloon Trip. And I don't know about the Balloon Trip or the 2-player modes, but the single player ones, or well, no, actually, I don't know about Balloon Trip, and I haven't done 2-player, so, but for the single player main mode stuff, I've pretty sure I've gotten better than, well, and everything on the leaderboard on there. There's a few that I'm not quite sure about just because of the fact that there are things that I haven't really paid attention to. Like, one was the furthest phase gotten without even losing a balloon, and I don't know that because I just haven't, like, I don't have that below me, right? That's not one of the things I've been tracking, so I just don't know that off the top of my head. I might have still beat it, I might not. Another thing was, like... Oh no, that wasn't even that. I was going to say it was about collecting the bubbles, but that was one of the achievements, was collecting a certain amount of bubbles. And that I don't know, because I've never really counted the bubbles, but... Well, there is... Ooh. Whoa. No, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I was expecting to either get hit by that lightning or get eaten by the fish there. Oh, well, one more death and it's game over, so... But I'm making it through this phase, at least. What a top score, yes. Thank you. Took some work, mostly math work. Well, not just math, but took some math as well as the actual challenge. Yeah, welcome in, Captain Plenty. How's it going? How are you doing? Phase 36. Ah, he's landing again. I was hoping he was just going in the water. No, I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm not dead yet. 100% Alphorst, you have to 100% all that NES game. I have to, yes. Most people would not consider this part of 100%ing it. And I fully support most people not considering it part of 100%ing it. But for myself, for my personal 100%ing, yes, I do count it. Just because of who I am as a person. But, yeah. It's just the weird way my brain works, where it's like, oh, there's games within the game? Well, that's part of the game. Oh, you can max out these scores, or, you know, max out these numbers. At this point, I'm pretty much just... I'm not accomplishing it today, but at this point, I'm pretty much, I think, done with this round of balloon fight. We're just going to see how much longer I manage to survive for. By literally doing everything you can do within Animal Crossing. I mean, pretty much, yeah. Short of, like, some glitch stuff, I guess. Or, well, pretty much any glitch stuff. Not quite all glitch. I guess I did do one glitch thing. I mean, not a glitch. It's... I'll show after I'm finished getting game mode, after I die. Which will probably be soon. Well, we'll see. I thought I was gonna be done multiple times. How long has this taken me so far? How... It's been a few years. Yeah, I'm just gonna say a few years. I don't remember which year I started. I want to say 2 years, but I think it might be 3. I hope it's not 3. Because that's... I don't know, my sense of time is all messed up. But yeah, because one of the key things is I'm doing it without time travel, so that's definitely, I know, cause some things where it's just like, oh yeah, no, actually, not thinking about it, I think it has been 3, because definitely some stuff where it's just like, I missed, so now I have to wait for the next year to do it, try again. 100% any more AC games. That's the plan. The plan is, if I ever finish this one, gonna move on to Wild World and 100% that one, and then City Folk, 100% that, then New Leaf, 100% that, then New Horizons, 100% that, and then I think that's it for, unless I missed saying one of them, that's it for the main Animal Crossing games. For now, but by the time I'm done all that, there will probably be another, like, 5. At the rate I'm going. We'll see. I mean, the later Animal Crossing games don't have the NES games, and also have, like, various, like, quality of life improvements, which will help. How many memory cards? I have 18 memory cards that I'm using for this. Technically I have 19 memory cards, but one of them actually doesn't work anymore. One of them got corrupted. Oh yeah, also when I say I've been working on this for 2 or 3 years, this is actually my second attempt, because my first attempt ended because of that memory card getting corrupted. And that attempt I think I was 1.5 years into. And actually, technically two of my alternate towns are still around from that. So I did actually get a few things from those towns that I'd happened to have available with characters there that I didn't have much because, like, those were secondary towns, so it's not like I had much stuff in them, but I had a few things that I was able to use. But yeah, hey, there, my score rolled over. Phase 43. Yeah, so 18 towns. On a related note, I do not want to think about how much money I've spent on this. Because, like... So, the memory card that got corrupted, and then 2 other memory cards were ones that I already had prior to starting on this. So that means I bought 16 memory cards for the specific purpose of this. I bought an e-reader to use for this, and bought Animal Crossing e-reader cards. Only one that I've actually used for this, the rest are just for collecting purposes. But yeah, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, One Cable I already owned. GameCube itself I already owned. But I've definitely put some money into this. Okay. At least with Wild World, it's just going to be buying the game. Possibly multiple copies of the game if I need to have multiple towns for any reason, which I don't know. I haven't really looked into too much of the specifics of Wild World or any of the later ones. I'm still mainly focusing on this, but yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to show, I think, is this the house? Because I was mentioning the one glitch thing. This floating triangle is technically a glitch item. It doesn't actually, like, do anything harmful. It's just not something... It's called a dummy. It's not something that you're supposed to be able to get, but you can get it through perfectly normal means. So basically, in the winter, during a chunk of the winter, there'll, every day there will be an igloo in your town with one of your villagers inside. And you can play games with them to get furniture. A lot of the furniture you can get from them is just normal furniture. You can also get other stuff like wallpaper, carpet, whatever. Now, some of the furniture is, well, the various things in here, other than that radio. That's not part of it. But I think the rest of this stuff is all stuff from that, including this dummy. For some reason, there's a chance, you get this when playing games with your villager in an igloo. I remember the first time I got it, I was just confused because it's also like it's dummy, but like all uppercase. So like, so it's just like yeah, like what? That's clearly looks weird. So like I Google it, it's like oh, it's a glitch item. Not like I said, not any kind of harmful glitch. It doesn't do anything. It's just yeah, because I know there's some other glitch items in this game that getting them actually has like negative effects on your game, but those are also ones that you. Unlike this, which you could just get fairly easily by random, the other glitch items are ones you have to actually generally be trying to get. Doing your own AC marathon? Nice. How's that going? Either way, though, I think we're done with Animal Crossing for today. We're going to switch over to some Breath of the Wild. Play something a bit more, a bit less. I don't know. I was going to say, I don't even know. Something which I'm actually going to be making more active progress on. Not 100%, but just playing through all of them. Nice. You're on a wild roll right now. Nice. Yeah, I've not actually played any of the others. Any of the other main ones. I've played Pocket Camp on the mobile one. I played that years ago. Years ago? Yeah, years ago. How old is that? I don't know. I don't want to think about how long ago I played it. That's just going to make me feel old. And yeah, but I do look forward to playing all the later ones. Anyway, like I said, we're going to be switching to fall 2017. Okay, so that's just over 6 years. Yeah, that sounds about right, but that's, yeah. We played all of them, nice. I do plan on eventually playing all of them, but we'll see how long this takes me at. But for now, like I said, switch over to Breath of the Wild. So that's a Switch game. This will be on this scene. So just give me a moment to swap over cables and such, so that we can play some Breath of the Wild.